everybody. This is Coach D. Darrell Spears. I'm here once again, just chilling right now, enjoying this Houston breeze right now. Just finished a long day of work, and so now I'm going to talk about developing a game plan for dating, developing a game plan for vetting, I may say. So we're going to look at how to vet. Now, in the previous videos that I talked about, and I know I'm covering a lot of different areas, I'm focusing on, number one, self-improvement, looking at self, assessing oneself, deciding what you have to do for yourself to become to be the best person you can be to somebody else. But we also have to look at, who are you choosing? What do you like? What do you dislike? What are your hang-ups? What are you looking for out of another person as you're working on providing the best you can for this person that you want to be with? What is the vetting process? You hear this all the time. I'm talking all the time. No matter where you go on social media, people are talking about who did you choose, particularly for the women. Seems like the community itself loves to bash women on who they choose to date with, and then complain about the outcome. So let's look at the characteristics of ideally what you want. Let's be reasonable on these ideas. Okay? Let's look at a range of what you would want from a physical standpoint, from an intelligence standpoint, from a financial standpoint, socially, and in that interaction, does it feel genuine? How do they make you feel? For men, the same thing. What's your feeling of this woman? What are you looking at? How she's dressing, how she carries herself, her background, as far as other relationships? What's important to you? I encourage those who are in the process of developing a game plan for vetting to put yourself in a social situation with that person where they're relaxed and able to freely communicate with you about their past. Okay? Now, I understand before that once you meet someone, you're looking at their physicality, maybe someone you knew in the past, someone you don't know, you just met, simultaneously interacting, spontaneous things happen. But do they meet the check marks? And let's be honest, everybody is not going to meet every check mark. Okay? So if you think you're going to get a 10 out of 10, 15 out of 15, whatever amount of things that you list, I'm sorry. I'm going to say, and I'm going to propose, if a person can at least meet a little bit above half of what you are looking for, that's something you can work with, maybe see where it goes. If they have over, but if they're less than 50%, that may not be what you want. Because let's be honest, you may not meet over 50, 60+% of what they're looking for. So it's reciprocal. Reciprocal is something that I'm going to continuously talk about, because we got to look at it from both sides of the coin. So in your game plan, let's develop a vetting process. The vetting process first starts with the interacting of both parties. Once you interact, what the conversation is like. Are you compatible as far as doing certain things, engaging in the same activities, culturally, religion-wise, financial, kids, whether the person was married or not married, have multiple kids or not, or basically doesn't have any children at all, whether they want those things. Are we going to label this relationship? Are we going to have a vague situation? Let's vet the person. Vet the person thoroughly. I want you to understand, vetting should not be like an interview. I propose allow people to be in their natural environment to show truly who they are. Ask questions. But at the same time, let's not pretend to be an investigator. Let's not act like we're putting a person on trial. No, Ask questions that are relative to that person's life. There's nothing wrong with being funny and saying jokes. You know, let's be collaborative in the process. They're gonna be vetting you too. It could be light. It doesn't have to be just hard-hitting questions, one after another. In the process, attempt to be as conversational as possible. Pretend to be as pleasant. You know, be someone this person wants to hang out with at the same time. You're watching. Watch the facial expressions. Watch, and listen to the voice projection. People love, when we look at communication, we focus a lot on the verbal communication. Please look at and listen to and be aware of what that person doesn't say and how they say it, and then the emotions that they exhibit while they're saying it. Notice, if a story doesn't make sense, no need to continue to pry and keep asking and probing. No, stop asking questions. It's a reason why. There's a reason. If you're not uncomfortable, if you're not comfortable with it, if you're not comfortable, move on to other things. Each time that you meet them, each date that you have, whether they flaked on the date, for whatever reasons, saying things, lying, inconsistencies, remember to summarize that. Now, for those that want the platinum package, I do talk about when you go on date, we do in dating reviews. And part of that is that this is a 30-minute session of which you're reviewing everything this person did and said, and whether or not you liked it or not, or if you think this was something that you can continue to go through, continue to want to do with that person. You know, so the vetting process is a continuous process, even when you have, for all intents and purposes, decided to move forward and have an exclusive relationship or whatever you want to label in that relationship. You're vetting. You're vetting even when you are engaged. You're vetting up until the time you're married to solidify that you all are going to be together legally if that's your end goal. Now I'm going to talk more about vetting. This is more of an introduction and bringing this topic out so that we can start the conversation. But see, no matter how much you date someone, that's always something you're not going to know until months later, years later. Are there things you will never know? You can never vet someone perfectly to know everything, because everybody's not going to tell you everything. Some things you're just going to gradually know. It's up for you to decide, am I willing to work with or deal with the things, good or bad, that they're presenting? No one is perfect. I'm not perfect, you're not perfect. So you're not going to find perfection. But if you find deal breakers, please follow your instincts. And for women, follow your female intuition. For men, follow logic. Usually, your first response is your honest response to whatever they're doing. Whatever you don't agree with, or you will agree with. So guys, thank you so much. This is Coach D. Darrell Spears. Y'all have a great day. I'm looking forward to talking to you again. Peace.